It's me, dudieboy! Welcome back to my Minecraft hardcore world. This is day 197, if you can believe it. I can't believe I've lived this long. Also, the time has gone by kind of fast because I've been sleeping through most nights. Since the last episode, I've been doing a little exploration in the forest to the north, and I found these wolves and I tamed them, and now they're my wolf pack. Let's hear it for the wolf pack. Last episode, we built this animal barn and these animal pens, and as you can tell, I have been breeding them up. We've got a lot of sheep, a lot of cows, and a lot of pigs. Now we need to move the chickens over here, so I'm going to show you how to build a cute little egg farm that looks like a chicken coop. And then up there in the Highlands, where you can see the iron farm right up behind me, we are going to build a villager trading hall because I need better equipment to complete all of my projects. Last time you guys really seemed to like it that I did multiple projects in one video, and if this sounds like a great plan, I want you to do me a favor and click that like button down below and consider subscribing so that you catch all my videos here on YouTube. Alright, let's start building this thing. So we need an area that is about 9 wide and about 10 deep. So I think this is a good area out to the side here. The interior part of the chicken coop, the actual little building, is a 5x5 building. So I think if we start it over here, it should be good. And then I'm going to come over 5, and then I'm going to come out 5, and then I'm going to come over this far. And I'm going to kind of look at that for a second. Yeah, well, no. Okay, so it's too close to the hay bales over here. So I'm going to move it a little bit. All right, there we go. I think we're off to a much better start that way. Next up, we want all of these to be 2 high. So I'm just going to raise them up to 2, just like that. Now on each side of this little building, we're going to want 6 barrels laying sideways like this and sideways like that. And now we need 9 hoppers across the center going into all these barrels. I'm of course going to run these hoppers on the sides going into the side barrels, and then in the middle here I'm going to kind of mix it up, put 2 going that way and 1 going that way so that we're getting the eggs kind of evenly distributed across all these barrels. And believe me, we will need all these barrels to store the eggs. Now you may have noticed I've got 9 yellow carpets here. I'm going to place them on top of all of these hoppers. Then on the front and back of the coop, I'm going to place upside down stairs to form kind of the lip of the little building. Now we're going to build up little walls around the coop, and what we want to do is kind of come into the middle here, and we're going to put stairs to each side and then a spruce plank in the middle. And we're going to do that on 3 sides. Then on the front here, we're going to create a little opening by placing 2 stairs backwards, facing away, facing outside. And then right here in the middle, we're going to place 2 rails, and then we can take out this top rail. Then covering up this, we want a little fence gate right there. And now I'm going to start going around the top of this entire build with spruce planks. On the back corner of this building right here, I'm going to put a trapdoor at the top of this log so that it flaps down and up just like that. And then right below it, I'm going to place a ladder, and that's going to help me get on top of this thing. So then on top of here, I'm going to place 1 slab there, and then I'm going to come take this slab back, and then I'm going to make a little ring of slabs all around the top just like this. Now I'm going to extend the roof out on all sides by adding 3 slabs in the middle, and then I'm going to put a trapdoor on the top of each of these logs, just like this. And again, 3 slabs across the middle here. And 3 slabs on this side. Trapdoor, whoops, put that one up too high. And then I'm going to finish up on this side. Again, using my little climbing cheat here, I'm going to get up on top of here, and then I'm going to put a oak trapdoor right on top of the middle here so that it opens up that way. And then I'm going to cover these spruce planks all around here with more spruce trapdoors. All right, and now I'm going to build the yard of this out. I'm going to come out from the side here by 2. Obviously, we're going to have to take the hill back a little bit. Get to that in a minute, and then I'm going to bring the yard down here until we obviously have a clear way to get around on the inside, at least one space. Then I'm going to bring it inward and outward and inward again. Actually, I think I'm going to bring out one more just so we have a little bit more of a yard in the front. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side over here. And then right in the front here, I'm just going to put a little fence gate. Whoops, I put it in the wrong spot because I actually stepped on my bed there. And there we go. It's all complete. Now I think I'm just going to light this up with a couple lanterns, and it's time to get our chickens into it. So I went ahead and added a couple lanterns out here to the little chicken yard, and then I forgot to put one inside. You'll definitely want inside because this is actually a spawnable area. And you can do that just by, well, I guess I'm going to have to take out this little slab first, and then very carefully we can do it just by placing it right up against that block in the front there. And now the chickens inside have some light, and then we can just seal this up. And now into this hole, I'm going to start throwing some eggs to generate some chickens. All right, looks like I generated about 3 chickens in there. We're going to let them grow up and lay some eggs, and then we're going to take those eggs and come back up here and throw them in there so that we can make some more chickens, and then eventually we'll be able to let them out in the yard so that we can slaughter a couple of them for their feathers. And again, I need to take back the hill over here, so I'm just going to kind of move that back like that, and there we go. Now it's looking pretty good. And that is how you build yourself a chicken coop / egg farm in Minecraft. Welcome back. I'm now in the Highlands area, southwest of the farmlands, near what I've been calling Village Number 2. I'm really thinking about calling this area the Highlands. What I build here would be called Highland City, and the castle I build nearby would be called the High Castle. Tell me honestly, what do you think of those names? Back to my villager trading hall, I think that this area is the best spot for it. I know that the ground is pretty rough and there's a lot of areas to fill in, but I see potential. Because there's nothing else built here, I mean, you're just gonna have to trust me. So now I'm gonna do a little terraforming and start setting up the foundation where I'll put the stalls that my villagers will go in. All right, let's send out the first villager. Hopefully I get over here just in time to see him. And there he goes. And he's in. He went down a couple of stalls first. I thought for sure he'd walk in and he'd like go to this first stall and drop in here, but instead he went down here and he took the toolsmith profession. Well, it's interesting, but it's not going to stop me from filling the rest of this trader hall with villagers. Alright, he went in the first one and he became a librarian, as planned. Alright, so now I'm going to continue filling up this villager trading hall. I've got it actually set up because the front door is over there, so we're going to have 3 farmers, then 3 smiths, 3 blacksmiths, and then 3 librarians, and then this entire side is going to be librarians. Welcome back, guys. It's now day 226 in my hardcore world. I got many of my villagers in, and I got my zombies in too. So like I said earlier, I put 3 farmers in here, 3 smiths, and 3 librarians on this side, and I'm trying to fill up this side with more librarians. So you can see my zombie back there. He's got a shield, some chainmail armor I threw him, and also some flesh from another zombie that he picked up. He likes picking up things, and so I think he'll be here for a while. So it's very important to me with these farmers that each of them have both pumpkins and melons for trade. Once we convert them with the zombie and then rescue them back, those trades will drop to 1 pumpkin or 1 melon per emerald, and that will be a great rate of trade. And then here we have the smiths, and I have traded the smiths up to masters, most of them. This guy's selling a diamond axe with Unbreaking 2 and a diamond sword with some good enchantments on it. I can always strip those off here on the grindstone. And then this guy, the armorer, probably the hardest profession to trade with, selling me a full set of diamond armor. I look forward to converting you to a zombie and back so I can get all those for 1 emerald apiece. The toolsmith didn't turn out great, but I haven't murdered him. He doesn't sell the diamond hoe, and he doesn't sell an axe, but he does sell a shovel and a silk touch pickaxe. So that's pretty good with efficiency 2 on it. So thanks to these guys' help, I've got a full suit of diamond armor enchanted with extra protections, and I've got all diamond equipment, and I love it. And then, yeah, we had things didn't really work out. This was a librarian, and it didn't work out, so I converted him to a zombie, and then the son took care of the rest. These librarians that I was able to get here in my trading hall, I've rolled some pretty good trades. Looting 3 on this guy, feather falling 4 here. Let's see, mending, all right, and power 5, silk touch, sweeping edge 3, efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, and still rolling on this guy. He's got depth strider. I don't know if I'm going to keep that, but obviously I've got room for 3 more villagers in here. I just got a little stuck because of some problems with my villager breeder. So it seems like things are working out a little bit better, but for a long time this was empty. There were no guys in here. And the problem was that every time I came over here, I heard one of them drowning over there in the corner rather than coming up through the water there. And that might still be the case. We might be getting reduced rates on this thing. And I think I figured out the reason is that the entire floor inside that chamber is supposed to be down by 1 more block. But now that I've got this awesome diamond pickaxe with silk touch and efficiency, I'm ready to go get the stone I need to cover up this building. And as you can see, I use my cobble to build the bottom, and I'll replace most of that with regular stone and andesite. And then I'll add a 2nd floor with storage for all the trade items from down there. So let's start building. For this first build in this area, I wanted to convey that this city, Highlands City, is the imperial city of the world, and to get that across, I decided to go with an all-stone exterior. I've been rewatching The Lord of the Rings again lately with my girlfriend, who's never seen it before, and her reactions have really inspired me. So although I'm not going to rebuild Minas Tirith from the ground up, I definitely wanted to capture the style of Gondor in these buildings. My first 2 builds in the farmlands were simple enough that I didn't pre-design those in creative mode first, and they worked out fine. But this one did not. I ran into trouble with the roof design when I started going multi-level. So if you're going to build something in your creative world, I recommend always design it first in creative. That way you don't waste a bunch of blocks or fuel experimenting during the build process, because that can add hours to your build time, as you see here. Welcome back, guys. We've made it to day 271 and I have finally finished what turned out to be this massive build. Like I said during the time lapse, I should have worked on this in a creative mode first to get the style right, but I think in the end I nailed it. The top roof overhangs quite a bit, but I think I managed to balance it out by having these little carved overhangs along the mid-level. I've pillared up to take a better look at the roof. It's mainly deep slate tiles, but I textured it with the cracked version and cobbled deep slate to give it a little damage, a little age, a little character. This carved ornate style is what I was ultimately going for all along, but it took a little extra time in creative and a whole lot of stone mining with silk touch pickaxes to get it right. Inside here, we have had a little chaos. You can see that both of my zombies are now gone, and I'm not really sure why. There was an iron golem hanging around for a long time, and all I could think is that during one of my trips back to the farmlands, he must have been able to get through the wall and kill them. I just don't know, but plenty of zombies still spawn in the nearby area, and it should be no problem to find a couple of replacements. Also, I had some villagers wander in here from outside, and it threw a couple guys off their stations. So they lost the books I'd rolled on previously, so I'll have to redo that as well. Up either of these spiral stairs, we hit the upper floor where I've placed a bunch of blocks to represent all the trades these villagers do, and of course all this extra storage space should come in handy as I continue trading with the librarians. But to really trade well with these guys, I'll need some melons and an automatic pumpkin melon farm. And to convert these guys to zombies and back, I'll need a huge supply of gold. That means a trip to the nether for quartz and gold and blaze rods, and I'll need another source of XP probably to combine all the books I'm going to build with my equipment. So next time we'll hit the nether and convert that double spawner I found into an XP grinder. Hope to see you then, and until the next time, take care of yourself and stay alive.